Okay, so you're well on your way to becoming what you want in life. You're well on your way to becoming a success at what you're doing. Then all of a sudden, it halts. It comes to a screeching halt. What happened? You may have self-sabotaged, but what's the root cause of that sabotage? What's the root cause of you not making it across that finish line? I have two words for you: fear and self-doubt. Let's talk about them after this. You were a star child, let your light shine for all the world. When you open your mouth to reveal a pearl, let it shine more, just to light the path. If it don't add up, man, just do the math. If it ain't for you, let it pass on through.
I love Brotha T.
How you doing? This is Terrion Wilson, aka your boy Brotha T, here with another one. So I like to thank you and welcome to the New Life Tree, where we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom for your mental health. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. So today we're going to talk about fear and self-doubt. Now, this is not a list, right? So I'm just going to talk today. I want to talk to you because some people out there really need this. What I want you to do, I want you to get rid of fear. Now, I know you're saying, Brotha T, I mean, you're talking, but you're not telling me how to do it. Well, there's not one way to do it. I can tell you what works for me. One thing that works for me when I have that fear, that feeling of fear, is to treat fear as though it's on the opposite end in a sports, in some kind of sporting event, right? So let's say I'm basketball, I'm LeBron James or whoever, right? Just pick a player. And fear is always that team we have to beat to win the championship. What am I saying? Go head on into your fear. Face your fear as though it's the other player standing in the way of you and your basketball legacy or whatever sport, right? You get what I'm saying. I want you to go head on into fear. It's the only way to defeat it. If you run away from fear, if you sweep it under the rug, if you hide it, what happens when you sweep something under a rug, right? You can lift it up, you sweep it under the rug, it appears to be clean. Everybody that comes to your house, they say, hey, you know, it looks clean to me, right? However, if you lift that rug up, you're going to see a whole bunch of what? A whole bunch of dirt, because it's still there. So when you suppress fear, when you push it away, when you try to get away from it, when you try to avoid it, it's still going to be there. Especially when fear is there because of a past trauma or something that happened to you in your childhood or anything like that. Those things are still dirt underneath that rug. Sometimes you have to go back and you have to clear those things out. Now, that's not as easy as it sounds. Sometimes you have to forgive people. Sometimes you have to forgive people that you really don't want to forgive. At times, you can argue that these people shouldn't be forgiven at all. However, I'm not telling you to forgive them for them. I'm telling you to forgive them for you. Gets that roadblock out of your way. That way you can be what you want to be in this life. What's the number one reason why people don't start that business they want to start? That's an easy one. Fear, right? And the second word is self-doubt. Same thing. Fear and self-doubt. They're like cousins to each other. That's the way I look at it. Because fear can show up without the self-doubt. Self-doubt can't show up without the fear. Do you get what I'm saying? So whenever you want to get to that next stage of life, that is the first thing I recommend. Get rid of that fear. When you look at people and they do great things in the world, no matter what it is, they have removed a great portion of that fear. People don't just wake up in the morning and get lucky breaks like that, right? That might happen once in a while, once out of every million. You get what I'm saying? But it's not an everyday occurrence for people just to wake up and get the luckiest breaks in the world, right? I heard one time, it might be true, might not, I don't know, but they said somebody discovered Toni Braxton at a gas station. She was singing. That's not going to happen to the average person. Okay, So you have to put that work in, and you can't put that work in without removing that fear component, because it's going to keep you and it's going to hinder you. It's going to stop you from giving it your all. That fear will stop you. Do not be that way, because when you start thinking like that, you're going to let that fear guide you, and you're going to let it stop you from offering what you can offer to the world, which is a selfish act. You're selfish. You need to give that gift to the world. Yourself. Yes, you're a bad person. You're a bad person for being fearful. So get rid of that fear today. Now let's attack self-doubt, which, like I said, they are closely related. Now, with self-doubt will have you be a treacherous individual, not to other people, but to yourself, because you're going to keep things from yourself that you shouldn't be keeping from yourself. You deserve better. You deserve the best in life. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. And I'm not saying that everybody deserves all great things in their life. What I'm really trying to say, even though I said you deserve it, what I'm really trying to say is that it's there. It's supposed to be yours. And if you're afraid to go get it and grab it, then you'll never get it or grab it. Always come up with the craziest stuff, right? That just came out at the top of my head, but it's true. If you're afraid to grab it, man, you're not going to be able to grab it. So what are you waiting for? Take that next step. I know life happens, right? I'm not ridiculous. So I know you have family, you have to take care of bills, you have to go to work, stuff like that. But in between time, set things up for you to eventually not have to work that same job. Maybe you want to be more flexible. You want to have more free time. Set up things and develop skills so where you can get to that place. But you can't do it if you're afraid, right? If you're afraid to do it, then you will never do it. Fear, self-doubt. Fear and self-doubt, they also can fuel many things. Fear can fuel low self-esteem. It can fuel low self-worth. These things branch into other things, but the root is always that fear and that self-doubt. This is your man, Terrion Wilson. I'm done ranting. I hope somebody got something out of that, and I will return with another good video later, family. Peace. Here we go with the crookedness again, man. Peace.